What kind of Jew are you? You could say that's one of the questions that is phrased implicitly in our parasha. The Parashat Bechukotai, the last in the book of Vayikra, and there is the verse there which is an unusual verse because it says, Zacharti et briti Yaakov. God says, and this comes after all the curses, etc., that are in this parasha, there comes a message of hope and confidence, where God says, despite all the bad things that may happen, if you break my covenant, nevertheless, Zacharti et briti Yaakov, va'af et briti Yitzchak, va'af et briti Abraham, I will remember my covenant with you, Jacob, with Isaac, with Abraham, va'ha'aretz iskor, and I will remember the land. Interestingly enough, you may have noticed that it is the reverse order here. We would expect it to first say, I will remember my covenant with Abraham, then Isaac, then Jacob. Why is it reversed? Because God is saying, ultimately, I would like you all to be like Yaakov, who was the culmination of the dream and the qualities and characteristics of the other avot, of the other patriarchs. He represents the Torah. Yaakov sits and studies Torah. He is the Torah Jew. Following him, God says, look, if you can't live up to that, I'm happy even if you are a Yitzchak kind of Jew as well. What is an Isaac kind of Jew? A Jew who is willing to make sacrifices for being Jewish. They may not be the most religious, they may not be the most learned, but they are proud about being Jewish and are prepared to make sacrifices to send their kids to a Jewish school, for example, to send their kids to Israel. And they stand up when it counts. And God said, well, if you can't be a Yitzchak Jew, I'm really happy if you're also an Abraham Jew. I will remember my covenant with Abraham. Because the first Jew was defined by his chesed, his loving kindness, his goodness, his compassion. Abraham is the father of goodness and good acts and good deeds towards others. Perhaps today some Jews would say they are the Tikkun Olam Jews, doing good for the world, or they are the Mensch Jews. They are good, they strive to be good people and to follow in the qualities of Abraham. Those, God said, I value an Abraham Jew, a Yitzchak Jew, a Yaakov Jew. But the fourth thing as well, the ha'aretz iskor. I will remember the land. In other words, there are Jews who define themselves by being Zionists, who define themselves by their commitment and their connection to Eretz Yisrael, to Medinat Yisrael, to singing their Yom HaAtzmaut with gusto, to standing up for Israel when it is threatened by BDS and others. Four types of Jews. We have the Zionist Jew, the Jew who defines himself by Israel, the Jew who defines himself by their Abrahamic qualities. They are the Jew who define themselves by the sacrifices they are prepared to make for being Jewish. And there is the Torah Jew, there is the Yaakov Jew. Ideally, we should combine all four. Ideally, we should only have one kind of Jew. But the truth is, we all have different passions and different energies, and all Jews should be respected, irrespective of what their defining quality is. All Jews come together, and that is why we say right at the end of the Sefer that we are reading, the book that we conclude tomorrow, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, strengthen one another. Recognize that every Jew counts. And so, what kind of Jew are you?